You're listening to the Platte River Bard.
Hello, and welcome to the Platte River Bard. This is Chris Berger.
And I'm Sherry Berger.
And we are here today at the Florentine Players with some Florentine Players. We are here with Darque Kowal. He is one of the producers. Hello, sir. Good to see you again.
Howdy, hi.
Yes.
And we are here with Mark Reid. He is a director and the playwright of Future Imperfekt, which runs from October 16th through the 19th. The Florentine Players. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for talking with us, and very nice to meet you, Mark.
Very nice to meet you, too. Thank you so much for taking your time.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. This is a really interesting production that you've written.
I had to do a double take when I'm like, wait a minute, this is Florentine? Hold on.
We see so many, Cookies with Santa and, other things that Florentine does that's so family. This is a different option.
It's a deliberate choice for us to take just a step aside from what we normally do, and try something that we're hoping is going to really resonate with the audiences.
Good.
So
That's perfect for Halloween.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
tis the season, right?
Yeah.
Yes, this is Cookies with Santa and an axe.
That's awesome.
So don't bring the kids. Is what you're saying.
No, please.
Yes.
All joking aside, this show has some very mature matters, subject matter.
Sure.
Sexual situations. There's some harsh language, and the 4 different vignettes, and they do not end well. So I would strongly recommend. If you have a theater kid and the kid is used to theater and they're 15, then maybe. But anybody younger than that, absolutely not.
Right.
Okay, fair enough.
Or maybe someone with trauma.
Someone with trauma. Well, this could very easily trigger. Some of the situations have some pretty intense moments, and if you happen to have experienced that in life, and I hope no one has, but I'm sure some people have, this could very well bring things back.
Fair enough. So sort of a little horror anthology, essentially. It's how you can think of it. So
It is. It's very much.
be mindful that way.
It's very much a Twilight Zone-esque show, but Twilight Zone with a bent.
With the, rated R Twilight Zone.
Absolutely.
Not regular network TV Twilight Zone.
No.
Yeah. Fair enough. So now you wrote this, correct? Not only are you directing this, but you are the writer, the playwright of this, yes?
I did. This show was originally, one of the 4 vignettes was originally an entry for a 15-minute play contest.
Oh, okay.
And then I thought, well, that's a nice idea, but it's more of a capstone idea rather than a full expression. And so I sat down and allowed my warped imagination to begin and came up with 3 others that fit nicely with it. One thing that I would say is that it's basically a treatise over the 7 deadly sins over time. You will see depictions that cover each of those, and very much like the circles of hell, it gets worse and worse as the thing progresses.
For sure. Oh, that's neat.
So this isn't your first play, then?
No, I've written 17.
Wow.
Nice.
This is the 4th or 5th to be produced. Most of them have been small hits, little theaters, and when my spouse and I were stationed overseas, my husband and I basically built a theater from scratch. I was in the Navy for 35 years.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And
cool.
so when we were in Naples, Italy, they didn't have a community theater. And so when you take 2 community theater veterans and you say, hey, you're overseas for 3 years, well, we're going to build a theater.
You're going to make a theater. That's right. That's awesome.
And we did. And that's where some of the other shows that I've written were produced. And I've had them all over the country. They're just in and out stuff, little pieces here and there.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
So are you located here in Omaha?
Yes, my husband and I decided to move back here after the end of our career.
Okay.
Decided we were here from 13 to 16 and loved it.
Okay.
And so when we came back, we thought, of all the places we want to settle, this was the place that was more hometown. It was very theater forward.
It is.
We have a lot of good friends in the theater here. And so we decided this is where we want to be.
Awesome.
And so we moved here and bought a nice big house, and God has been very, very good to us. And so we decided, since we have extra rooms, we would have foster children. So we have 4 foster children as well.
Wow.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Which is why we get no sleep, and I look exhausted in front of you now.
I was going to say, when do you find time to write? Oh, my God.
When they go to bed and before I pass out. Yes, that's usually it.
So So do you write alone, or are you part of a group that that kind of writes like a collective, or?
No, my problem is I have too many ideas. So I have what I call the master at home. I have 2 volumes of things where I've started a show or started writing things out, and then I get into a point where I'm like, no, this other idea came up that is more topical or more critical for today.
Sure.
And so then I fall into that. Mm-hmm. And then I finish them, and I'm like, okay, put it away. And 2 years later, usually I'll look at it again, because sometimes when you're writing, you write it, you edit it, and you're happy with it then, and then you step away from it and you look at it again, and the things that were very clear to you when you wrote it are not necessarily clear to the audience when they're seeing it. Yeah. So you go back and touch it up and clean things up. I've been very blessed. I have a lot of fun, and this is not typical of me. Let me just say that up front.
This type of material?
Yeah, this show is very, very dark.
Okay.
And I am usually a very upbeat, happy person, but very much like it takes a clown to play tragedy. I think it takes a happy person to write horror.
I think so.
And this is horror.
Okay.
Large H.
Sure.
So you're happy, large H.
Yes, usually. And if not, I can chemically induce that. No, I'm kidding.
Do what you gotta do.
Remember, 4 children. No, I'm sorry.
That's true. Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
I would made you get anything done.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I see. I love this. I love theaters that take on not just Christmas seasonal plays. You know what I mean? That it's Halloween, so do a Halloween thing. So kudos to you guys for doing that, because not almost nobody does that. It seems like there are very few.
I will tell you that
Cater towards the season. You know?
Yeah, the one Christmas show that I wrote was a murder mystery.
Excellent. Hey, perfect.
Yeah.
So you like things just a little bit dark.
I do, but I also wrote a show called Myra Lynn's 5th grade essay, which is about a 10-year-old who gets an assignment from a teacher to talk about love. Mm-hmm. And so she can talk about whatever she wants, and she decides, I know, I'll talk about love because it's easy, and I'll ask my family. And so she gets 4 vignettes about love, and all of them go horribly wrong too. Just not like this, but it's
not as she expected.
Not as she expected.
She doesn't get the answers that she thought.
No, at the very end, she throws the paper away and writes, "Why is the grass green?" Because it's just too hard.
That's hysterical.
Awesome.
That's hysterical. Now, okay, so you said there's 4 vignettes. So you said about 15-ish.
I would say cast is 15. 4 vignettes. You're probably looking at 2.5 running time with intermission.
Oh, okay, nice.
And some of them are a little longer. The first and the last are longer. The 2 in the middle tend to be a bit shorter.
Okay.
But it's enough time for you to really get to know the characters, and each one of them explores a different piece of a relationship. The first one, for example, is a stepmother and her daughter, and the daughter is dating the motorcycle hooligan that just rode into town.
Okay.
And the second one is 2 esteemed church ladies from a Pentecostal church who are at a funeral. The third one is an elderly man invites his family back to, he's dying, and so he wants to talk to them one last time before he dies. And the fourth one is about a traveling ex-military guy who finds a homeless man under a bridge and brings him to a small, out-of-the-way clinic in a Midwestern city.
Okay.
And all 4 of them, I use the guide post always. This is very much like, each one of them is very much like the starting part of a roller coaster. You're going up the hill and it looks very nice.
Right.
And I think Mr. Darque actually even refers to it at one point. He says, some of you may decide to leave, but for those, some of you may decide just to, like the people on a roller coaster once it's left the station, just hold on and enjoy the ride. There's a lot of holding on in this show.
Well, and speaking of this Mr. Darque character, seems like he's sort of a character that you have as almost like sort of like a narrator, sort of your crypt keeper.
He is.
In a way, you're Rod Serling.
He's a narrator. He sometimes participates in the scenes. Sometimes he does not.
Ooh, okay, cool.
He plays characters who are not involved in the scene. For example, in the second scene, he fills in as the minister and comes up front while the two ladies are talking, and so he's very much a narrator, very much a light and dark person who just sort of in and out of the scene.
Yes,
and
that's
then
really neat.
Yeah, and so he gives a different, very much like Rod Serling at the end. He has a capstone moment where he says something that puts the finishing touch on a scene and introduces the next.
I love that so much.
Wow. So what inspired you to do this?
Yes, yeah. Why?
Besides being happy.
One of the things that I've always been fascinated by, I'm a child of the 60s and 70s, so I loved old classic Hollywood horror. I love black and whites, Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte, or Strangers on a Train, and things like that, and anything with Vincent Price in it, especially the Wax Museum, which I adore.
Yes.
So that kind of mindset has always been there in the back. And we have, in my opinion, and take this for what it's worth, we have moved away from hard plot and actual story to what you can produce with enough explosions and car chases and CGI to cover a film. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with explosions and car chases. They can be very fun. I enjoy them myself. But when I want to go see a drama, or I want to see something with some teeth, I would like it to have some teeth. They really do not exist.
Not in the theater anymore. They've all migrated to streaming if they're around.
The last thing that I saw that really, really talked to me was, I don't know if you ever saw it, the Glenn Close movie, The Wife.
Oh, no, I missed that one. Yes.
Oh, my gosh. There's a point, her husband wins the Nobel Prize for Literature, and she goes to Sweden, wherever it is, I don't know, somewhere in the north, and goes to his ceremony, and they treat her like a third wheel, and they push her aside. Well, you can go look at the city. He has all these pictures to do and all of these other things.
Right.
And since I'm not involved in that production, I can tell you what happens. She wrote all the books, and there is a moment he's getting the Nobel Prize for books that she wrote, and at one point she is sitting there, and she says, "Whatever you do, don't thank me." And so, of course, the minute he goes up there to the stand, he thanks her. And they're one of the most intense acting things where you never say a word that I've ever seen. Glenn Close is sitting at a table, and she has such rage emanating from her with a perfectly flat face. And it is brilliant. I mean, it's worth the price of admission just to see that scene. It is so that good.
She's
so good.
So for me, I miss that. I miss the complex. Yeah, that's why I think when it happens, I think a lot of people do. That's why when you get a show like Identity or you get a show like Sixth Sense, people are like, "Oh wow, that's great.
That was cool." Yeah.
And it's because we're looking for something more than superhero X battles impossible odd Y.
Right. Like, I would have a hard time seeing Glengarry Glen Ross hitting the theater again and doing well.
Can you imagine Blazing Saddles?
Yeah, no, that would never happen. That would never happen.
No, it
it should. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
It should.
Yeah.
Theater is not only here to entertain. Sometimes it's here to instruct. Sometimes it's here to inform.
Yes.
I will be quite surprised if some people do not comment about the darkness of this show. But I will tell you, I think most people sitting in the audience will be able to identify with characters on the stage before they turn into what they are. And they may not want to say, "That's my boss, friend, uncle, relative." But some of these people, they're taken to extremes. But some of these people, they're going to recognize certain traits in them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the person that shares the pew with you may not be the person you think they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, and I think horror, just as a genre, the sort of and the combination of the intersection of, say, a horror, sci-fi, fantasy, in terms of just maybe things that you might be dealing with, right? If there's like supernatural elements or something in there, as a storytelling device, I think has really been opened up a lot more, and it's not relegated to just strictly, it's a Freddy movie or a Jason movie or whatever, and I don't know whether Walking Dead helped that, because it was a drama with zombies.
But
You
but
know,
there-
I
but
mean,
there
it was like,
plot.
okay.
But there was plot.
And then characters
And
open, and people got so attached to characters that when that Negan character showed up and killed their favorite characters, they stopped watching the show.
That was when I stopped.
Yeah,
When
exactly.
Glennon's gone, I was gone.
Exactly. That's how deeply they were involved with this show.
And see, for me, one of the things,
was horror.
and I'll go back to another of my favorites, which is the Irwin Allen disaster movies.
Yeah.
Before those in the 70s, if you had a big star in a movie and they died, it was the last 2 seconds of the show.
Exactly.
Before the curtain
Heroically, they did something. Yes, yeah.
In Poseidon Adventure, you took 20 of them and we were wiping them out like flies.
Yes.
You know? Leslie Nielsen's in the movie for 3 minutes and then the ship capsizes.
I know.
And you're like, but that's Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, and not anymore.
Not
yeah.
anymore.
And here, I think, as much as I could, I tried to capture that same moment of getting to know the characters a little bit first, so you start caring about them.
Yes.
Because I think true horror comes when not from something unknown that is moving in the dark, but when something you know every day and you think is a certain thing changes in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there are going to be some moments, I guarantee you, if you come to the show, there are going to be some moments where you are going to scream out loud. You are going to be shocked. People are going to say things and your jaw is going to hit the floor. And then other things happen and you're like, I don't know why that went that way or why it worked, but boy, that worked.
Yeah.
There are going to be some people, I think, afterward. One of the things I've said about the show from the beginning, this is a show when you leave the theater, you're going to be talking about it.
Cool.
You may not like it.
See, I love
You
it.
may be mad at me the whole time, which is fine. It may be too intense for some people. Mr. Darque starts off in his opening speech with, if you're one of those people with one of those irritating signaling devices, if you've fallen and you can't get up, this may not be the show for you.
It may not be.
And that's the whole point. I mean, I think we're taking them on a ride.
Yeah.
And if they stay with us till the end, I think they'll enjoy it.
Yes.
If they walk out early, then they're going to remember a piece of it that really hit home.
Sure.
Right.
Oh, it'll be fun. I love it. I love this type of thing. Like we were talking, I'm such a sucker for these type of shows, like a Twilight Zone, Tales from the Crypt, all that great stuff. Like Alfred Hitchcock Presents,
Oh, yes.
Bradbury Theater, all that stuff. I know they've tried a revival of some of those things. I think Black Mirror was the sort of the most recent one.
Sure.
That was doing this type of thing. It's nice to see that this stuff still continues.
Well, thank you.
I love it.
Yeah, and how exciting for it to be a local playwright too.
And even better.
Yeah.
Because we can't license all that stuff we just talked about.
Well, and on behalf of the Florentine Players, that's the risk we wanted to take this year. We've done all original scripts, from May, August, October, and even our one in November is original too. So I mean, everything we're doing is this year to be all about the local playwright, local directors. So
That's great.
That completely went over my head. I'm glad you pointed that out. And this entire season for you guys has been
it's
all
local.
original.
Yep. Yep.
That's great.
And all locally written.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It is nice to see that, and have for other people to have options.
I'm such a big fan of new stuff, of locally written stuff, and I'll tell you, the more we get around, man, between Omaha and Lincoln, there's a lot of playwrights in this state doing
There's a lot of talented people out here. yeah.
Holy cow, is there? And thanks for contributing, man.
Thank you so much.
This is the exact kind of thing that I love, and especially this time of year. I think it's cool. And if this goes well, maybe
Maybe a sequel.
maybe
Oh,
same
okay.
bat time, same bat channel for next year. I don't
Can
know.
we get through the first one?
All right.
I do have an idea, and I have an outline for Future Imperfekt 2. I've written a couple of sections for it. That, however, I did not submit because it's not complete for this coming year.
Sure.
However, again, if it does happen, the working title is Future Imperfekt 2, Once More Into the Dark.
There you go.
Spelled the way Mr. Darque spells his.
Perfect.
So,
Perfect.
And you have a huge cast. I'm looking at the names and I'm recognizing several of them right off the bat.
Yeah, you said you got about 15 people in this?
There's 15 people, and many of them I have worked with before. I've done stage since I was 5, so over 100 shows.
Oh, wow.
And up here, the last time we were here, from 13 to 16, my husband and I, we did 13 shows in 3 years, bounced around lots of local theaters. So we got to meet a lot of people.
Yes, you
and
did.
You mentioned earlier that Omaha has a great community theater program. It has a fabulous community theater program. I've been many places in the world, and
See, and this says a
one
lot.
is terrific.
Yeah.
And you have so many people with so much talent. And actually, as I was writing this, at various points I was thinking, boy, it would be great if that person would come out. But even the great thing about it is several people I have never met before that came out for the audition, and from the moment they opened their mouth, I was like, okay, that's that person.
That's what I'm looking for.
And
yes.
it is so great when people have an opportunity to stretch. There are many people you may recognize some of the names in the cast, and they have played a certain type. In this show, they are playing against type.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
what's nice for them, again, a dear friend asked that she use one of the sections of the show as a monologue, and I said, well, you can use it as a monologue, but please understand that for most people that you're auditioning for, half of the things that are said may not really be appropriate for that. You may never get allowed back in that theater. And I would be very remiss if I do not thank the incredible contributions of my artistic director, Jamie Darque. She is the one. People are looking at this poster that's going up all over town
Yes, it's
and
so
online, and they're like, this is so cool, this is so cool. This is the talented lady behind all of this. She's absolutely brilliant, and she has spent many hours working her butt off to make this look
It
as
looks
great as
great.
she can. The basic idea for Mr. Darque, and you mentioned the past.
Yeah.
In the 1950s and 60s, there was a comic book character called the Phantom Stranger.
Oh, yes.
He wore a hat and a very high coat, and he had blacked out eyes.
Phantom
And I thought something like that, but even more sinister. And so, in her own, and she was unfamiliar with him, I think, but after some research and some creative working and manipulating what she wanted, she came up with this, and it's even more horrific than I imagined.
I love it.
It's going back to the Wax Museum. It's Vincent Price after the face is peeled off. You know,
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
That's
Who plays your Mr. Dark? Who's your Mr. Dark?
his name is Jeff
Dvorak.
Dvorak. And from the moment he opened his mouth, I was like, yep, that's it.
That's our guy.
We're done. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
He just brought such a gravitas, and he still does. Every time he's here, it's like you get enchanted with his voice,
Nice.
and sometimes you miss what's coming out of his mouth. You're like, oh, that sounds so nice, and then you realize, wait, did he just say that? yes, he did. But yeah, Jamie has really thrown a huge plus into this. She's revitalized the show, I think. You'll see a lot of Facebook posting with my cast in it, and every one of them, God bless them all, because I am not easy when it comes from when I'm directing my own show and what I want that character to be.
Sure.
I push a lot of them,
Good.
but I've always believed theater is a cooperative medium. You have to take your hands off and let them go, because
For
they're
sure.
going to bring something you didn't expect.
Absolutely.
And God bless this cast. They have done so much work, and they are so talented. It makes it so easy.
But yeah, no, and yeah, no, actors like to be pushed. I mean, to a certain extent, but I mean, pushed in a good way. Like you said, they like to be pushed outside of this is not what I normally do. So here, let's push into here, and most of them get really excited because it's like, oh, cool, I haven't done this before. Oh, cool.
It took one of my actresses 3 weeks to get one line out, because the line is so dreadful and
Yes.
so horrible. I think I mentioned to you before we were started that one of the characters says something that was so awful, I had to get up from my typewriter when I was working on it at my computer and walk away for 2 days because it was just so awful. And I thought, okay, it's terrible, I should take it out. And then I thought, no, it's real, I should leave it in.
Yeah.
Because there are people like some of the characters in this show that you will see every day, and they put a happy face over it, but they are not what they're appearing to be.
Right.
And this show rips the mask, so
That's
you're
cool.
going to see it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Such a sucker for this kind of thing. I love it. and this is cool, and it's so cool that Florentine is doing it. Congratulations on kind of stepping outside of your box.
Yeah.
That's always fun, and it's the perfect time of year, Halloween.
That's right. Timing is right.
Timing is perfect.
And it does say something about the Florentine Players, because they're taking a chance. This is one of those shows that we could have played safe.
Sure.
I have had other shows. We could have gone in a different direction that is much more straightforward. Your stereotypical, husband-wife drama that resolves in the third act and everybody's happy.
There you go.
This one does resolve in the.
There are resolutions.
There's resolution. But it is great working with a company that is willing to take that chance.
Yep.
It's very important that people will. And I'm sorry if what is it? The Shakespeare quote, I can never remember it, but it's the very end of Midsummer Night. If we have offended then just consider it a dream, basically.
Yes.
Horribly paraphrased, but that's basically what it is.
Correct.
If they consider this a dream, it's a nightmare.
Exactly. Well, and they have such a great group here at Florentine. They're sort of, I don't know, quote unquote regulars, whatever.
And you'll see a lot of them in this show.
I was saying I'm noticing
Yes,
a lot
you
of, and it looks like Bevan might be starting to become one of your regulars as well.
She is.
Oh,
And,
Bevan.
she's just a hoot. We love her to death. But
She
yes,
is awesome.
but yes, seeing a lot of familiar names. So, oh my gosh, you guys are gonna have some. This is gonna be
What
so
a fun
great.
cast.
And congratulations.
Yeah.
And
you.
on yet another play for you. You are no stranger, of course, to playwriting.
Thank you.
So congratulations on the opening of another one here pretty soon, because it starts Future Imperfekt October 16th. Runs through the 19th. It's Florentine Players. Mark Reid is the director and the playwright, and of course Darque Kowal is the producer here.
Yay.
Thank y'all.
Thank you guys for
Thank you so very much.
inviting
Yes,
us out
thank
here.
you.
Thank you very much.
Good to see
Thanks
you
for being
again.
here.
Pleasure.
Thanks.
Appreciate the support.
Absolutely.
Thank you for listening and supporting the arts in the Platte River area and beyond. Please subscribe to our podcast so you are sure to catch all of our future episodes and join us on social media. See you next time on the Platte River Bard.